Welcome to Logistical Lies, where we expose the truth in the trucking industry. I'm your host, Miranda Johnson. Join me as we navigate the challenges of balancing love, relationships, mental health, and finances as we reach our goals. This podcast is for men and women alike. Get ready to break barriers and thrive. Let's uncover the lies of the industry and the ones we tell ourselves so we can pave a path to success. Thanks for joining Logistical Lies with Miranda J. Let's go. Hello, my name is Miranda J with Logistical Lies. It is June 6, 2023, and I am here in this beautiful, beautiful town of Tampa, Florida. Excited. It's hot outside. I think it's about 98 degrees today, but I'm, of course, in my office where I'm not burning up outside. And the last couple weeks have been interesting, but in a good way. And I'm here to continue to release a consistent podcast that won't have hills and valleys, and that I want to be here for the long term. And I want to say thank you to my virtual assistant, Susanna, who is helping me organize my time so that I can be present and available to do what I love most. That is being able to share a lot of me and my situation to help others and teach again. Yay, I can't wait to start teaching. So I am excited for the rest of 2023. We are halfway through the year, guys. So it's like, okay, what are we going to do to get ready for your New Year's resolution? What are you going to do to get ready for just next month? What are your 30-day goals? And a part of that, if you clicked on this podcast, you saw the title, and it is How to Self-Examine Without Damaging Your Soul. I chose this podcast, I'll be honest with you, just the other day. I was listening to a lot of conversation, and I'm like, ooh, that hurt. That would hurt me. I'm hearing the things that are being said, and I go, whoa, if that was said to me, it would really sting. It would really hurt. And I want to practice and learn to put into practice, even for myself, of how to identify things that you need to fix without damaging yourself. Because there's a healthy way to identify who you are. And there's a healthy way to, say you got to work on this or you have to work on that. And then there's a very unhealthy way of doing it where it lingers and it's just nasty. And you catch yourself in this repetitive mode and you don't realize you're saying it so much that you're hurting your own soul. And because most of you know, like I've been in business since I was 19 years old, 19, 20 years old. And I try to use these elements that I teach about for business owners, especially. Not saying it doesn't keep anybody in different categories, but a lot of times in business, we tend to be alone a lot. And we end up in situations where we can be so brutal on ourselves. Now, of course, if you are a new listener or you're continuing to listen to my podcast, first, I want to say thank you for showing up. Thank you for being present, and to know that there's no levels in this game of life. It's just sometimes, we all work on things that we can identify with, and this is what I identify with, and I'm glad to have you here, and I hope you want to hear what's next. So it's definitely time for me to get right in on this. And a part of it right now is really understanding, number one, how to self-examine. I mean, that's first and foremost, right? You really can't do much if you don't even know how to examine who you are. And there is a healthy way of identifying yourself, and there's steps to it. And I like to give probably the most common example for most people is usually when they are wanting to lose weight, right? When you want to lose weight, most people, unfortunately, don't simply just say, I need to lose weight. Generally, they start off with, I don't like my arms. I don't like my stomach. They start off with very negative terms about themselves. I'm fat. I feel lazy. Just everything starts off very harsh. Now, you're examining something. Of course, you're watching who you are because you see something's wrong. But there's a way to examine yourself that allows you to determine what actions to take, what physical actions to take, and what spiritual actions to take, of course, and what verbal actions to take. So, the first thing on the examination for myself, what you usually do when you decide that, hey, it's time for me to lose weight, or I want to start this business, whatever you want to do, you start to look at where are you right now and where do you want to go. So, what most of us do is just point out the problem. Okay, we understand the problem. Now, how do we get you over to the solution without you becoming a shred of who you were before? You ever hear, I'm a big fan of My 600-Pound Life. And anytime I watch the show, they're like in these relationships and they're all in love and they're, washing each other. Wonderful. No matter how big they are. They go up to, I think, 1,000 pounds. And you'll see that they are in a relationship that is committed to something, whether it's committed to dependency, whether it's committed to just saying, hey, I want to take care of you, or I loved you before and I'm going to love you after there is something that says, I want to take care of this. And then you see them lose the weight. And all of a sudden, one partner feels either inadequate or still hasn't worked on the problem because they just lost the weight. There still was a real problem that happened, a reason why the weight came on in the first place. So just losing the weight didn't fix the issues. And I think when I watch that show, they usually say within 6 months to a year, majority of people, if they don't continue in the counseling and the things that they need, gain it all back. Now, can you imagine finally getting off 150 pounds, 200 pounds, or the last 10 to 15, and just putting it right back on the next month or the 6 months later? Every year, I know, talking to myself, sitting in the same cycle of weight loss because you never fixed the original problem. And you just won't stop talking bad about yourself. And you don't even know that you're doing it because everyone else is doing it. And now it's become casual conversation about you. You are casually destroying you. And sometimes even joking about it. I've heard it in the jokiest terms. Girl, look at this back fat. You see it. And your body's like, I ain't that fat. You're hurting her or him for a moment of fun, for a moment of feeling like, oh, we're on the same page. No, let's fix that. So, in the self examination, this is how it should go. If you're looking to lose weight, we'll start there. It is, I am noticing myself being unable to climb the stairs like I used to. I'm noticing that I get winded easily. I am noticing that I don't feel as good, or I'm really cranky when it's time to eat. I don't treat people well when I feel hungry. I lash out on my children because they want me to go outside and play with them, and I'm just too tired to do that. When it comes to my job performance, I could do way better, but a lot of times my weight keeps me from doing the things that I should be doing. When I look at myself in the mirror, I don't feel as confident as I used to. These are all self-examinations. Same thing when it comes to business, right? I've had 24 hours in the day and I did not use it wisely. I used those 24 hours spending watching TV. I was on my cell phone scrolling. I was supposed to be doing research. Instead, I was answering someone's ridiculous post on social media. Or I spent time being critical. I'm examining the fact that I am not who I desire to be. And if I left this earth today, I am not proud of what I'm leaving behind. I'm examining that I quit too soon. I started a diet about 10, 15, 20 times, and I haven't finished it all the way through. Or maybe I finished it and I completed it, and I'm still hung up on telling everybody how I lost 100 pounds or 30 pounds in the past. But I have been unable to do that again. I'm examining that I can do better. That's what I'm watching for right now. So, and in that self examination, you're looking at the things that it is causing harm to. It is causing harm to maybe your family, your friends, yourself, the job that you want to do. So you're just taking your time to say, what are those areas that are being neglected because I won't self examine? So I'm going to take inventory. I'm going to go through. Are my legs hurting when I get out of bed? Is my back continuously hurting? I'm examining that I don't stretch my body enough. I don't use my body the way God intended it to be. When I take off my clothes in front of my significant other, I am complaining about what I look like, and he's trying to love me. People are giving me compliments, and I won't receive them. Isn't that the nastiest one that we all do? Someone says to you, girl, you look good today. You think so? I don't look fat. My chin, oh, my chin. And you know what? I just got this bump. Why are you pointing it out? They told you look good. Take that compliment and run. Like literally zoom. Go. I take them. I try to take as many as I can now. Once I turned, I want to say like 35-ish, and I'm 42 now. I was like, you know what? I've had 5 kids. You want to give me a compliment? I'm going to take it. But in front of those who know me best, sometimes I will get a compliment. Sometimes I'll be real cocky and I'll be like, thank you, I know I am. And then there's those moments where I go, I gotta lose this weight. Oh my God, look. And yeah, that's me tugging at the belly. Don't we all do that? That's not healthy self examination, that's cruelty. But it is when you say to yourself, hey, it's time for you to finish what you started. Now, some people say, well, you need a little bit of cruelty. No, you don't, because that sits in your spirit and it hurts. And your spirit responds to that. The spirit does not understand you're joking. That soul does not understand that you didn't mean it like that. That's why it goes to sleep. That's where depression happens. That's why when you go to sleep and you wake up, sometimes you don't know why you feel the way you feel. Because you've been talking down to yourself so long that it does not understand that you did not mean it like that. If you didn't mean it, don't say it. Don't say it. So after you self-reflect, after you go and take inventory of the areas that you want to work on, you go to the next step. Gratitude. Now, gratitude is acknowledging the things that you did wrong, but finding areas that you did it right. So, for instance, if you're talking about not spending time with your kids the way you wanted to because your weight has just been too heavy. But I'm also thankful and grateful that I made sure I provided for my children during this time. I'm also grateful that even though I didn't accept the compliment from my husband that day, or my spouse, or whoever it is, that I still said, I love you. Or I still went and made dinner and got up and showed appreciation to them. I still went to work every single day. I am grateful that even though I did not do the things that I said I would do, I didn't complete the task, that in other areas of my life, I did complete those tasks. I'm grateful that I'm able to wake up and try again. I have a new day and a new start right now. So I am grateful for my brand new start. I am grateful that I have a heart that's really a person who loves people genuinely. And I never want to do anybody wrong. I'm grateful that I have my arms and my legs and my eyes and my body to move and to function the way that they should. And anything that is not functioning the way that they should, I am grateful for opportunity to recreate that. And if there's an area of opportunity that says, hey, it will never be the way that it was, I will be grateful in the areas that I can change. I am grateful that I am able to go and buy groceries for my home. And I'm also grateful that I can sit down with my children and have a new opportunity to teach them how to eat better. Also, the opportunity to spend more time with them moving forward. If they're grown and out the house and I feel like it's too late, I'll be grateful for the opportunity to say, hey, today you want to go for a walk with me? Can I meet up with you? Can we try again? Will I always win? No. But I'm grateful that I have the lung capacity and the voice, the hand to write it down, to ask for those requests. I'm grateful to the universe, to God, and all that I have around me that says I am continuing to breathe life into you. So I've self examined. Now I'm being grateful. And it can be small. Grateful doesn't have to be big. You could be grateful for the water coming out of your shower, cold or hot. You could say, well, Miranda, I don't have a place to live right now. What am I going to be grateful for? Well, you be grateful for the opportunity to find a place. You be grateful for that wherever you slept last night, that no one harmed you in your sleep. And if someone did harm you, be grateful that you are alive right now. I have been through trauma, and when you go through trauma, it makes you feel like nobody's there. Nobody understands. And you have no reason to be grateful. But I'm going to tell you something. Every day that you wake up is a new opportunity for gratitude. It is a new opportunity to make change, even if it feels like it's going on too long. It's not about how long it's going on for. It's about the new opportunity you have. Be grateful that the body can change. That's the most, I would say that's the best thing about the body is you can literally see somebody who has a very sick disease or has gained weight or is in the worst situation. And you can see the body start to clear the face, take the weight off, and bring a smile to somebody who is dark. We have opportunity that we just don't think about. Or just be grateful for the podcast that you're hearing today or another podcast that you heard. That's the gratitude. Write that down. Remember, again, self examine, have gratitude. Now, once you have begun to talk about your gratitude, now we're going to take all that stuff that you did in the self examination and we're going to add it to I am. Now, if you've listened to my podcast before, you already know where this is going. You already know Miranda's going to do the I ams. I am are the two most powerful words ever. If you can say I and am, whatever you put behind that controls your universe. So we're going to put I and am behind all that stuff. And some of it will not make sense, but that's okay. You're going to say it anyway. So instead of saying, I am fat, you're going to say, I am healthy. Put your goal weight in there. I am 150 pounds. Put whatever you want there. Do your I ams. I am consistent. I am level headed. I am understanding. I am appreciating the small things. I am attracting foods that are good for my body and taste amazing, right? That's the important part. Nobody wants to just sit there and eat things they don't like. Please don't do that. Please, please, please don't do that. I am in a place that I'm able to receive compliments and give compliments. I am not rejecting good. I'm accepting it. I am in a place of joy. I am waking up every morning to go for a walk. And if it's raining outside, I will walk around my house. I will commit to something every single day. But I am committing to taking care of my health. I am staying away from things that don't serve me well. So those I ams are going to counteract the negative. And what happen is your spirit will start to hear all that. And it will say, ooh, I like this better. Oh, that's nice. I'm 150 pounds. And I don't care if you say I am 200, I am 300, but you start where you want to start. Now, the reason why I'm having this conversation is because I went for a walk Sunday. And I think it was maybe 15 to 20 Black women out there, and beautiful, beautiful Black women out there. And I heard different things. I heard, I just went to Pilates today. And they were like, oh, good girl, go ahead. And then I heard, I'm going to have to be in the back. I'm going to be a little slow. I'm the oldest. And then I heard, I don't eat well. It was honesty for them. It was honesty, but it was soul crushing. And the reason why is because I could tell it was in repeat mode. And if you keep repeating things that are damaging to your soul, there's no place for healing. There's no place to really allow healing. I even heard we were in a stretch position. It was time to stretch at the end. And I heard, I can't get down like that. Did you see what my body just did? If you're on the YouTube, I just want you to pay attention what the body does. And of course, I'm a little dramatic too, but if you just notice when you say, I can't, see what happens when your body says, I can't. Sometimes your head will shake no. Your body will retract in a backwards way. When you say, I can't, it starts to react in what you're saying. But when you say, I can, your body reacts differently. It's all about what you want to get. And if you're telling it can't, it will respond that way. And here's the thing. How do we get to can? How do we ever get to can if you already with a can? You really don't. Because you have already embedded that in you for so long. Yoga, running, whatever it is that you said, I want to be able to do, you have embedded I can't. So now your body is almost stiff. So guess what? Now it takes someone like me or a friend or whatever. We got to drill and tell you how good you are so you can get your butt out there. We're not doing that. You're going to have to get up. You have to get up. Self-examine in a healthy way. Create gratitude. Find gratitude. Gratitude is always there. There's always something to be thankful for. And then rename yourself. And then when you get to your goal, keep going. Let me tell you something. My favorite quote is, I didn't come this far to only come this far. I came this far to go further. So if you came this far so that you can realize and see what else is in store for yourself, keep going. This is Miranda J with Logistical Lies. I can't wait to see you guys soon, really soon. And you know what? It will be the week after this because I said consistency. All right, guys, you have a wonderful day and enjoy. Bye.